and welcome to ETEnergyWorld. I am Sudhir, and we are in conversation with Mr. Mahantesh Bilagi. He's the MD of BESCOM, the distribution company operating in Karnataka. A very warm welcome to you on our platform, sir. So, very broadly, we are going to talk about the current state of affairs in the distribution industry, distribution sector. What is the latest that is happening? This is one part of the energy sector which is historically been known for a lot of operational financial losses, discount losses, etc., etc. But I'm made to believe that now things have changed a lot, right? For a variety of reasons. So we'll talk very broadly about three things, sir. First, we'll begin the interaction with your view of what the current state of affairs is as far as the Indian power distribution sector is concerned. Secondly, we'll talk about from a solutions point of view, or from the point of view of initiatives. What are the new initiatives or new solutions that state government or even the central government can take to improve the state of affairs. And thirdly, we'll specifically narrow down to BESCOM work. What is the top 2 or 3 things that you're doing and I would also like you to introduce BESCOM for our audience, in terms of its operational profile, etc.
Rather than being formal in discussion, I would like to be a little informal with you.
Okay, that's fine.
I can share all the things what we are doing in BESCOM in particular, and in general in Karnataka state.
Okay.
BESCOM, as you know, is one of the most powerful distribution companies in India.
Okay.
I'm told it is the biggest distribution company in Asia also.
Okay.
BESCOM, as you know, caters to nearly 50% of different kinds of consumers in Karnataka. And as far as consumption is concerned, 50% of a state's electricity consumption is in the jurisdiction of BESCOM itself.
Okay.
You know, Karnataka has 5 distribution companies, and BESCOM alone contributes to 50% of consumption.
Okay.
So BESCOM, since inception, has been doing very many good things, and latest novel, innovative things in the power sector are implemented first in BESCOM, and then the same is replicated in different parts. And I think BESCOM also had the opportunity of showcasing its achievements at a national level, and it has got many awards.
Okay.
To begin with one thing that you said, what is happening in the power sector, etc.
In general, yes. What is your understanding and your views on that?
In general, actually, distribution companies per se had a very severe situation around 4, 5, 6 years ago.
Okay.
One thing is actually this AT&C loss and distribution loss was very high in most of the distribution companies, and it was very difficult to run the distribution sector thanks to the dues. Actually, we supply power and we need to collect charges from various kinds of consumers. Most of the times, it so happened, these rural local bodies, urban local bodies, like Nagar Panchayat, corporations, etc., and Gram Panchayats, water supply and street light, actually, electricity bills, they were very, very huge. It was really unsustainable kind of situation 4, 5 years ago. And entire distribution sector was bleeding actually across the country. To address this issue, Ministry of Power, I think, came out with one policy called LOC-based payment security mechanism, which is called...
Is this part of the LPSC rules, the late payment surcharge rules that were implemented in 2022?
Yeah, yeah, LPS.
Yeah,
L-
yeah. Okay.
This LPS actually has had very good benefits
Okay.
for the companies as well as the generators.
Uh-huh.
So it reduced payment delays and disputes in payments also have come down.
Okay.
It has improved the liquidity of the generators also, and
Okay.
it has enhanced, increased credit rating of distribution companies across the
Okay.
country, I'm telling. And it has actually increased the confidence among the power producers.
Okay.
And as far as impact of this LPS is concerned,
Hmm.
actually power purchase cost has been reduced due to
Okay.
avoided late payment surges. Late
Okay.
payment charge is avoided and power purchase cost has come down.
Okay.
And it has also helped in improving power supply reliability.
Okay.
And broadly, all these initiatives have encouraged
Hmm.
wider, more and more investment in power sector.
Yeah.
So really, this is a great initiative by
Okay.
actually Ministry of Power and
Okay.
Karnataka distribution companies, BESCOM being
Yeah.
the leading one, have
Hmm.
also reaped good benefits from
Hmm.
this.
Sir, one thing, if I can ask you, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you there. The thing that I want to understand is now these rules were implemented in 2022, apart from a lot of other variety of actions or interventions taken by the government. Since then, can you give me some data to understand at the national level and also at the Karnataka level, what was the level of DISCOM losses or DISCOM debt, either ways, and to what extent that has come down? If you can give me some basic data to understand that.
Uh, right now, I do not have
Okay.
the exact data.
Okay.
The data will be shared with you
Okay.
later.
Okay.
But to tell you, the dues have come down drastically,
Okay.
dues. And timely payment of uh, power purchase
Okay.
for the generators, both central generators and state generators, is
Okay.
taking place.
Okay.
And this has improved the generation.
Okay.
Taking the example of KPCL, Karnataka Power Corporation Limited,
Hmm.
KPCL and RPCL. These are the two important companies, state generating units companies.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot of issues prior to this LPS. But
Okay.
after LPS, I think we all have committed, and every day, fixed amount of money naturally flows to the generating companies. As far
Okay.
as other independent power producers or private power producers are concerned, there is one thing called a Prapti portal.
Yeah.
They have started on Prapti portal.
Hmm.
So they put it on Prapti portal. And within 45 days, we have to pay.
Okay.
The trigger comes within 45 days.
Okay.
If we do not pay LPS of 24% per annum on
Hmm.
outstanding dues happens. To avoid that, we
Hmm.
all are making prompt payments to the
Okay.
general.
Okay.
So this has broadly helped across the country
Hmm.
the generating companies to improve their liquidity, and they have also improved their capacity in terms of
Okay.
generation. As
Okay.
actually as the country is aiming to produce more and more power in the coming years. For
Hmm.
example, I think it is five, uh, five, uh, five, five, 5 gigawatt or something.
Yeah.
Uh, I do not have exactly the right figure now.
Uh-huh.
The country is very ambitious of producing more and more both traditional, conventional power as well as this renewable power.
Yes.
And very recently, I think uh, in Gujarat, one reinvest
Yeah.
invest
Yes, yes, yes.
RE, that a global investors meet happened, and
Hmm.
Honorable Prime Minister Sir and Honorable actually MNRE Minister, who is from Karnataka,
Yes.
took part, and they all you know
Hmm.
elucidated, narrated the ambitions of the
Hmm.
country, and Karnataka, I think, is leading in RE, and
Hmm.
happy to share with you that
Hmm.
Karnataka got four awards on that day from
Okay.
Prime Minister, sir.
Okay. Okay. That's great. No, I was myself present at RE Invest, and of course, Karnataka is seen as one of the more advanced states in India when it comes to not just renewable energy generation, but overall, the way the state government is coming up with, making it better for companies to operate across the spectrum of the energy industry. Uh, Apart from LPSC rules, so what are the other interventions that the government has taken,
See,
which have helped? I'm told about consumer rights rules, for example, which are for the
that-
first time. Things like that are happening. Can you tell me more about that?
really. Uh, One is actually this RAP-DRP scheme was introduced to improve the entire power sector. After that, I think IPDS, Integrated Power
Development scheme.
Distribution Sector Scheme, IPDS Phase 1 and 2, they all have added a lot of energy to the distribution sector.
Okay.
As you rightly said, there are so many new initiatives being implemented at the behest of MOP.
Okay.
And one such initiative is consumers electricity rules, consumer rights
Yes.
2020,
Yeah.
where actually distribution companies are mandated to provide certain services to the citizens, failing which I
Mm.
think automatically this actually penalty or this compensation will be paid
Mm.
to the consumers, and that too from recovering from the salary of the defaulting hearing officials or officers. It's a
Oh,
very,
okay.
very really wonderful
Mm.
uh, scheme. But
Mm.
I want to tell you one thing. It needs a lot of publicity.
Okay.
Most of the consumers do not know that
Okay.
it is their right to get this service within these many hours, within these many days. So it
Okay.
needs a lot of publicity. We
Okay.
are doing a lot of IEC activity to make the consumers aware of their
Mm.
rights to electricity, and various kinds of services which are to be offered by us, to be provided by distribution companies in a limited time, fixed time. And
Okay.
actually, so far, I'm really very happy to tell you that in
Mm.
BESCOM, uh,
Mm.
have given me some data. I made a presentation before our regulatory commission
Mm.
3 days ago.
Mm.
Not even a single case of default has happened. I
Okay.
do not know. I do not know to what extent our people may be right, but they have given me data that not even a single case of defaulting has happened, and no compensation has been paid so far to any consumers.
So you're saying basically in BESCOM, when you're referring to default, you're basically talking about a consumer not able to pay his bill. That's
No,
what
no,
you're.
no. Services.
Okay.
I'm
Oh,
supposed to,
okay.
give a new
Ah,
connection within these many days.
okay. Okay. Fine.
If
Within the
the load is
specified time
this
frame.
much, if the load is this much, these many days are required. If the
Yeah.
load is beyond a particular limit,
Yeah.
certain time limit is fixed. If that is, crossed, then that becomes default.
That becomes a default.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay.
And for load enhancement,
Okay.
name change, meter change, etc., for all these services, there are
Okay.
certain days timelines fixed.
Within which you have to
Yeah.
deliver the service.
And our people have told that they have done all the things within that timeline.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
have accepted it.
That's very nice. That's very nice. The larger popular perception in the larger public memory of distribution sector is that it's an industry which is saddled with losses. Services are not delivered on time. So if all of that is changing, then no, there's nothing like it. And congratulations for that, sir.
Thank you.
Uh, so what else can you tell me about BESCOM's operations? In terms of its larger significance within Karnataka, you're saying there are five distribution companies. Which other areas currently served by BESCOM, and in what ways, things are changing for the good?
BESCOM, as you rightly said, it is the largest distribution company
Hmm.
in India, and in Karnataka also it is the largest distribution company.
Mhm.
We cater to 8 revenue districts,
Okay.
including entire BBMP, that is Bruhat Bengaluru
Yeah.
Mahanagarpalika,
Okay.
that is BBMP.
Yeah.
And totally, our consumers are right now around 1 crore 45 lakh consumers. We have consumers, and we greatly depend on
Hmm. Hmm.
commercial and industrial consumers
Hmm.
for our bread and butter. As you know, IP set consumption is subsidized.
Hmm.
We do not collect any amount of money from the farmers
Hmm.
when we give power to their irrigation pumps.
Okay.
And the same thing, subsidy comes to us from government.
Okay.
Government gives a subsidy, but the financial health of BESCOM is dependent on the industrial and commercial consumption. And this commercial and industrial consumption is considerably high compared to other companies in BESCOM jurisdiction.
Okay.
And uh, 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 Bangalore being the Silicon Valley,
Yeah.
and Bangalore being the land for all the new IT, BT initiatives,
Yeah.
I think we have a very significant role to provide
Yeah.
reliable power supply to all the new industrial initiatives. And
Okay.
we are doing it. We are very proud to say that we are doing it under the able leadership of our energy minister, sir, who is a very, very senior,
Hmm.
seasoned, and dynamic leader, Sri KJ George, sir. Uh,
Okay.
he has a very, very rich experience of, administration.
Okay.
Maybe I think he is coming to the power sector for the first time, but within
Okay.
no time, he got the complete grip of the department, and he is guiding us, and he is leading all of us under
Mm-hmm.
his able leadership.
Hmm.
We have been, doing this electricity supply
Hmm.
work or job very efficiently, and
Okay.
he has fixed timelines to give,
Hmm.
major power supplies to major industrial or residential activities like
Hmm.
new layouts or apartments, etc.
Hmm.
He has fixed deadlines, and
Hmm.
within which we are supposed to do everything. And
Okay.
one more thing, under his leadership in BESCOM, we
Hmm.
have done one actually pilot. Actually, to this pilot, our energy ACS sir, Sri Gaurav Gupta sir,
Hmm.
guided us, and KPTCL MD sir, Sri Pankaj Kumar Pandey sir, has also guided us. So under these Trimurtis, our George sir, Minister sir, ACS Gaurav Gupta sir, and KPTCL MD Pandey sir, we did this pilot. The
Okay.
pilot is like this. We are actually, having one EV charging station in Bayal, Bangalore
Okay.
International Airport,
Yeah.
India.
Okay.
And there are 20 charging stations.
Okay.
They are doing it in solar, they're using solar panels.
Okay.
Those solar panels are used. We are giving, or giving electricity to the vehicles 24 bar 7. It is a 24 bar 7 EV charging station using solar power.
Oh, okay.
Ask, how is it possible? It is possible.
Hmm.
Actually, there is one company called GZ. We
Okay.
have MOU with GZ.
Hmm.
They are using second-hand batteries,
Okay.
reusable batteries.
Okay.
to store the energy that is generated during solar hours, and the same is supplied during non-solar hours. It is
Oh,
unique of its kind. And
okay.
this has been possible because of these Trimurtis I am telling you. And we want to replicate it across Bangalore city. As you know, actually, the density of EVs is
Hmm.
increasing, especially in Bangalore area compared to other this thing. And I'm really very happy to tell you to
Hmm.
continue the same thing that Karnataka and Bangalore is
Hmm.
number one in the country in EV charging infrastructure. I
Okay.
hope you know it.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
data is there in EV Yatra.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. No,
So
very nice, sir. No doubt. The kind of focus that is there on electric mobility and EV charging, it's one of the fastest growing energy subsegments. And if for a place like Bangalore, it becomes even more important, right? The kind of demographic print that that city has. It becomes very important. So glad to know that, good work is happening on that front too.
really, and BESCOM is the state nodal agency for EV infrastructure.
Okay.
Uh, we are going to have one more big scheme, big
Mm.
scheme.
Mm-hmm.
So in other districts, we are not getting the kind of response we expected in other districts
Okay.
to Bangalore. But we are planning to have our own capex investments and establish EV infrastructure in other districts, and
Oh,
also along the national highways and along the state highways. We are
okay.
establishing charging stations. We are in touch with national highway authorities and state highway authorities.
Okay.
Survey has been completed, and we will establish to encourage EV mobility, long distance vehicles.
Okay.
So that also is in pipeline, and within no time we will issue tender for that also. One
Okay.
more thing I want to tell you with great pride, with a
Hmm.
lot of happiness and pleasure and contentment, that
Hmm.
Karnataka has implemented this Gruha Jyothi scheme.
Okay.
Jyoti scheme.
Hmm.
It was one of the five important guarantees of government of Karnataka. As
Okay.
soon as the government came to power,
Hmm.
we were asked to formulate one scheme, etc.
Hmm.
Again, under the leadership of these Trimurtis, again
Okay.
our Minister sir, ACS sir, and KPT Sil Pandey sir, entire BESCOM,
Hmm.
entire BESCOM team. It's not me, all my people worked
Hmm.
day and night and devised one scheme called Gruha Jyothi. It is
Okay.
the only of its kind. It is
Okay.
not a duplicate of Tamil Nadu or Punjab or Delhi. It is
Okay.
unique in its own way. And
Uh,
up to 200, it is not totally 200 units free. It is only up to 200 units. So
okay.
the scheme is very, very good, and it has reached large sections of society.
So what is the scheme about? The scheme is about, so for residential units with load profile of up to 200 units consumption, that's of free.
I'll explain.
Okay.
The scheme aims to give free electricity to the
Okay.
domestic consumers up to
Okay.
200 units.
Okay.
Up to 200. It is not 200 units full, up to 200 units. What the government of Karnataka did, we analyzed the previous year's data, average consumption.
Okay.
Only around 2 crore domestic consumers were there. 2 crore domestic meters were there.
Okay.
Average consumption of all the consumers
Hmm.
was around 53 units.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
53 units.
Hmm.
53 units per month.
Okay.
Average consumption. The cabinet took a decision that we will fix average consumption of each consumer, each,
Okay.
which will be called entitled units. It it will be called EU, entitled
Okay.
units.
Yeah.
So average consumption was fixed, and over and above the average consumption of each individual meter, 10% more was added.
Okay.
So average consumption plus 10% more. This should not cross 200 units.
Oh, okay.
If it is within 200 units,
Hmm.
then they are eligible for that. And
Okay.
if the average consumption of a particular consumer is more than 200 units, last year's average consumption is more than 200, he is not eligible for this Gruha Jyothi scheme.
Okay.
Even if he registers, he will not get benefit and his application will be rejected.
Okay.
So from the registration process, which was very, very simple, seamless, to the calculation of or billing logic and issuing of final bill to the doorstep of a consumer. I think our people did day-night work, and this is appreciated across the state, and we have reached now nearly 1 crore 66 lakh consumers are getting this benefit.
Okay, under the scheme.
Yeah, under the scheme.
1 crore 66 lakh. And what is the total number of consumers you were saying?
Consumers around 200 2 crore.
Around 2 crore.
So there are around 30 to 34 lakh consumers who are outside this scheme.
Okay.
Maybe they are more than 200 units. They consume more than 200 units, and some are willingly they are not coming forward to use the benefit.
How are you providing this free electricity to these 1.6 crore consumers?
How means what? I didn't understand.
No. So this is the solar rooftop kind of a scheme that is there?
It is regular. It is regular. See, whatever kind of a connection or electricity they had been consuming for ages, for years, the same thing is being supplied.
Okay.
Only thing is for their consumption, which is called now as entitled units.
Okay.
So for that, government pays on behalf of consumers.
So that is a subsidized portion.
Advanced subsidy is given to us.
Okay, fine.
So some consumers might not have paid, but on behalf of all the consumers who are using this scheme, government is paying. We are getting a timely amount.
So the scheme came into effect beginning what date?
Yeah, actually for the month of July consumption, August 1st, the bill was issued.
So roughly over the past few months you have been doing this. What is the monthly average of subsidy that you are disbursing under this scheme?
Total subsidy, I will tell you, it is around 681 crores subsidy has been given by government of Karnataka to all the distribution companies for this scheme.
681.
No. 8,681.
8681. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, since July you are saying, since when it came into
since inception.
Okay, fine. Since inception. Okay. That's very interesting. So it's a very nice scheme, and there are similar schemes like you were saying in the other states too.
One more thing. Our Director of Finance, Mr. Darshan, was there, who is an IRS officer. Now he is not with us, but he was called by different states to give presentation on this scheme, how you did it, etc., and what is the overall impact of the scheme.
The overall impact. Yeah.
And I think Telangana, after the election, Telangana team came here and they studied our scheme, and they have also replicated in their state.
Okay.
I'm telling you, the right figure is 8,683.
Okay, fine.
8,683. This is till July end.
Okay, fine. Fine, sir. That will be all. And let's stay in touch. And we would be happy to have similar conversations with you in the future. So it was great to talk to you. Thanks for taking time out, and thanks for talking to us about the current state of affairs in the power distribution sector, and also at the national level, and also at the level of Karnataka and BESCOM. So best wishes for the good work.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And it was really a pleasure and nice talking to you. This is the first kind of interaction with you, and I really hope to continue the same kind of a dialogue with people like you in the days to come to
Okay.
share unique experiences of distribution
Sure.
sector. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. Thanks.